my name's Samuel Leeds. Right now, I'm standing in Sunderland outside a huge, massive 28-bedroom apartment block. This apartment block in Sunderland was so run down that no one wanted to buy it, no one wanted to rent it. The developer was really motivated to get it rented or get it shifted. This was a perfect opportunity for a deal to be done. And guess what? One of my students, Pete, he spoke to the owner. He has managed to secure it on a no money down lease option agreement basis. He's done a refurb using zero of his own money, and right now today it's fully let. He's making £4,000 a month cash flow profit from it, and he has the option to buy it down the line and make a load of money on capital appreciation too. If you want to learn exactly how Pete did this, stay tuned, because I'm going to be picking his brain and figuring out how he structured this deal. Let's go. Hey, this is my man Pete. He's here. How you doing, bro?
Hey, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Congratulations on this.
Cool. Thanks so much.
Huge. So this is Pete. So Pete, man, huge congratulations.
Thank you, bud.
So you got the whole thing full?
Yeah, that's it. So we own all of this.
Huge, man.
Yeah.
So listen, I know when you took this on, inside it was a little bit of a wreck.
Yeah.
How much of your own money have you used on the refurb, the legal paperwork? How much have you had to put in?
Zero.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Okay,
zero.
so this is what I want to be picking your brain on how you've structured it, how you've financed it, how much you're making, what a lease option agreement is.
Yeah.
Show me around, man. How long have you lived here?
Not very long, yeah, about
Oh, just a month. How are you finding it?
I love it.
Oh, that's good. Is he a good manager?
He is a wonderful man.
Thanks for letting us film around as well. We appreciate you so much. So you've done a lot as well, like even this area here.
Yeah.
Like, just what did this used to be?
So when we first got these, this whole area, this whole yard was roughly about this height, just in weeds. 9 skips altogether.
So the owner then, his situation,
Yeah.
why did he want to pass this on to you?
It is a big project, but the owner he's a big portfolio landlord. So
Right.
for him, this was on the lower end of his portfolio.
So he's got a lot of big stuff.
Yeah.
And was this just like a big headache to him because of all the
Yeah.
weeds and the way it was run down?
Yeah.
Let's have a look in it, see what you've done. So what's happened in here then?
So the kitchen was already installed, but the property had been empty for around 3 years.
Yes.
And
So that landlord must have been tired, man.
yeah, and it had a few issues, I think, whilst it was empty. You know, like low crime and things like that.
Yeah.
And it just become a real headache for him.
Yes.
So he wanted somebody to take it off of his hands,
Yeah.
manage it.
What was your situation when you started? Like, what's your kind of backstory?
So I didn't have any money to put into an actual deal myself. But my backstory is I've lived in a lot of properties growing up, moved around quite a lot. I went through a care system, a young person's care system, and trying to get out of that care system was really, really hard. I felt very let down.
Right.
So my sort of mission is I want to do that a lot better.
When you started out like a year or two back and you didn't really have any money, background in care and stuff,
Yeah.
yet you still invested in the training.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I've always been a positive person, positive mindset, and believed in self-development. I think I found your book, Buy Low, Rent High.
Yeah.
And then, your YouTube channel, and then did the DFE course,
Yeah.
and then invested in the DSM.
Yeah.
And, at the time I didn't have the money, but I knew I had to do it.
Right.
I knew I had to do it. And from that, I've got this place.
And that's the thing, when you invest in yourself, like Tony, my man here, Tony, so you're obviously one of the mentors through the training, and you've invested everything into the deal on the basis that Pete found it, Pete's put the sweat equity in.
Yeah.
So from your perspective, what was it that made you want to invest in this deal and also in Pete?
Yeah, so I'm one of the mentors with yourself, with Samuel Leeds, and met Pete, helped you along, and I sort of bought into you. I loved your story, I loved where you were coming from, and it was heartfelt, and I appreciate it, and I knew you put the sweat into it.
You've worked hard on this, man.
Yeah.
This was a wreck, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like now.
Yeah.
But
so I really bought into Pete,
Yeah.
bought into and so when he came up with and sort of talked about this deal, I thought, yeah, it's a great deal.
because I know initially it was going to be a rent-to-rent owner.
Yeah.
And then you sort of spoke to the owner, flipped it round. Talk to me about the figures then. So what is the deal? What's the landlord getting? What are you getting? What's Pete getting? How's this been structured?
So Pete came to me with a rent-to-rent option that the landlord wanted.
Yeah.
He was tired. He's got some much bigger projects on the go.
So he wanted a guaranteed rent,
yeah,
and then you could keep the profit.
Shot of it, yeah. So they'd been vacant for 3 years. It had rising damp.
So what did you agree? What did you agree with the landlord?
Okay, so he wanted 650 for the 4 blocks. For the whole.
So for the whole massive
for the whole amount,
£650,000.
Yeah, and he wanted a either to sell it or he wanted a guaranteed rent. Yeah. So we looked at this and I thought, well, Pete, it'd be better if we actually, rather than a rent to rent, we propose a lease option to him. So where we could buy the property in 7 years' time and just pay the landlord a guaranteed rent.
Okay, so you've got the option to buy it as a joint venture 50-50.
Yeah.
You're going to have the option to buy it for 650.
Yeah.
But you've done it all up. You're renting it out. It's fully let. What's the value now today as we're filming?
Okay, so we've had a value recently at now 800k since the work's been done.
Oh, so that's £150,000 uplift already.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So effectively a buy refurbished finance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fully rented, and the rent is, what's the full rent on the whole block?
Just under 10k, 10,000.
10,000.
Yeah.
And what are the costs? What are all the running costs? You've got to pay the landlord. You've got all the maintenance, management.
Yeah. So after all of our costs, our net profit is around 40%. So we take about £4,000.
£4,000, and you split that 50-50.
Yeah, that's profit, clear profit.
Oh man! Right, show me around. Let's have a look.
Okay, so this is just an example of one of the rooms. So the whole building is tenanted.
Yeah.
So we won't be able to go in all the rooms because some of the tenants are in across it. But this is a standard room. It's pretty basic. We've got laminate flooring, which was already included. All these walls, we whitewashed all of these walls. They were all magnolia. All the skirts were yellow, so we've done all of that.
This is a complete transformation, isn't it?
I mean, the carpets as well, they look new.
Yeah, the carpets are all brand new. In all of the properties, they were bright red, like a royal red.
Oh no. And rent-wise then, so I know this is one of the smallest rooms. How much rent are you getting per room?
Yeah, so the rents, they range from $330 up to $350.
Okay.
It just depends on what size.
Yeah. And there's in total 28.
28. Yeah.
Huge. So guys, tell us what refurb you've had to do, because I know you've spent a lot of time and energy and sweat refurbing the place.
Yeah.
And the standard is decent. It's not high standard, but it looks presentable. How long did the refurb take, and how did you sort of manage that process?
Okay, so the first refurb, we've got 4 units. So the first refurb took me 10 days to do, top to bottom.
It's quick.
Yeah.
And then you put some tenants in.
We put tenants
and then the rent started paying for more of the refurb, and you staged it on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's been kind of self-funded a little bit as well.
Because the rent has been paying for other parts of the refurb.
Yeah, we were lucky enough. We had one tenant who wanted to pay 9 months up front as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so that really helped.
And how much did the refurb cost, Tony? Because I know you put the money in for all of this.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the costs, about the rent to the landlord, about the option fee. Give me the figures.
So basically, the landlord wanted 4K to do the deal.
Right.
We paid the legals on both sides. Obviously, the place had been vacant for 3.5 years and needed a lot of work doing to it. All the boilers were not working.
Right.
So I said to the landlord, well, if you do the rising damp, if you sort the boilers out, we'll do all the decorations, the cosmetics, the carpet, the redecoration.
And did he do that?
Yes, he did.
Great.
So that was the first thing that he agreed to. The second thing we agreed to was, well, okay, it's going to take some time to get the place staged and up and running. So we wanted a rent-free period. So we negotiated a 3.5 month rent-free.
So for 3.5 months, you paid 0 rent.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. And then you had tenants within 10 days. Funding part of the refurb. Negotiations. It's important to be able to negotiate. How helpful was it having Tony in, not just as the investor, but also as the mentor, consultant to kind of like help with the negotiations?
Yeah, it's really, really useful. That's like why I approached Tony, was for his advice and expertise. Really, I knew I had the vision and the drive, but there were certain aspects that I knew I needed a partner for, and an experienced partner. And Tony's filled that.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, you
money?
can come through if you want. We're just filming.
That's all right.
So obviously they're all full, so we can't go in. But how much rent does she pay?
340
And this room?
is 350.
This room?
350.
So the rent's rolling in nice now. And the blocks, so there's 4 blocks, is there?
Yeah.
And there's 7 rooms in each block.
There's 7 rooms in each block.
Right.
3 bathrooms. 1 living
Rent
room.
total 10 grand. So in Sunderland Centre, what's the demand like with getting rooms rented? Because that's something that can be, if you're taking on a 28 bedroom project, if you've got 20% void periods, it can eat out your profit.
Yeah. Well, that was, it is a large project, so we were concerned. Sunderland's big on students, so a lot of our tenants are students, and there's certain windows throughout the year, and we were concerned we were going to miss a window. But the demand has just been overwhelming at points.
Really?
Yeah, my spare room is just going off the hook. I've had to turn it off.
Not even a good ad, bro.
No, I know. It's one picture. I took this picture.
So you filled the whole property with that?
I took this picture
What?
on a viewing. It was getting like 15, 20 calls a day, literally.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had to turn it off.
Shows you've created a good product.
Yeah. Our listing for the last 90 days it holds the messages for, so you can see. It's
Oh my goodness.
ridiculous.
So you could probably rent this 10 times over.
Easy.
Wow. Fair play, guys. So what's been the biggest challenge in this project? Has it been worth it?
It's definitely been worth it, yeah. I think the biggest challenge was staying motivated each day.
Yes.
My to-do list was not just one to-do list, but multiple
Yes.
to-do lists. It was the challenge for me was just staying focused, and going through like the next step and then the next step.
A lot to do though. You've done a great job.
Yeah.
And Tony, obviously, you've not had to do anything.
No, but our backup support system.
But the structure of your joint venture, presumably, you put the money in, which is 20,000, which isn't a huge amount considering that you've already made. You've agreed to buy it for 650 and it's already 850. That's 150 grand profit. In 7 years' time, I imagine that it's going to be even a lot more because the area is absolutely booming at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
100%.
What's your reason then? What is it that gets you through the day? What is it that kind of, because you viewed almost 200 houses.
Yeah. You
started with nothing. You invested into the training. You've done this. You've elbow greased it. Like what's your motivation for doing this?
I want to create a care company, and that's like sort of mine and Tony's vision really, is to create this care company. The long-term vision of it is to provide the initial care and then the after accommodation. So when people leave care as well.
Why do you care about that?
Because I went through it myself, and it was very, very hard to get out of the initial care sort of aspect and into private lets as well. It was very, very hard at the time to get the money, secure a job whilst living in care as well, because then you have to start paying.
So you want to be able to give back and help those same people. Yeah, amazing.
Great deal. But the secret of this property is this land over here. It's part of the purchase of the £650,000 of the lease option is obviously the entire block.
Yeah.
But if you look over here, this bit of land comes with it as well.
Okay.
Now this bit of land has already got lapsed planning permission to build a 5-bedroom apartment on.
A 5-bedroom apartment block?
Yes.
And was this part of the valuation, £800,000?
No.
But you also have control of this?
We've got control of this.
650 all in, including the land?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do, put a pre-app in?
Going to put a pre-app in shortly, see how the land lies. Obviously, because it is a lapsed planning permission, we'll see things change.
You're going to make a fortune on this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you've noticed as well, but this building just here behind us is the University of Sunderland.
Great. And these are students in here, aren't they?
All students.
So no wonder it rented out so quickly. Area and size. Well done. Fantastic.
Almost fall out of bed with that
Yeah,
place.
exactly.
Literally 1 minute away. So,
Well done.
Thanks very much. Well, I just want to say as well, thanks to Tony for believing in me, for backing me, and sharing the same vision as me. We've got a long-term goal together. We've been through a lot of challenges on this project already. But yeah, thanks very much. Thank you for everything you've done for me. I can't thank you enough, and for you as well, Samuel. If it wasn't for you and everything that you put out for everyone, a lot of it free as well.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you do. So many hours that have gone into it.
Yeah.
But, if it wasn't for that, then I wouldn't have this place. I wouldn't have met Tony. I've met hundreds and hundreds of people through the training. My knowledge has gone up. I feel confident I can hold my own in front of investors.
Yes.
I just want to say thank you to you
mate,
as well.
thank you
Just
so much.
acknowledge you.
Pleasure. Well done, and well done, Tony, as well. And how good has Pete been on the project?
He's been brilliant.
Absolutely.
Really fantastic JV partner.
This guy's a workhorse,
couldn't
man.
wish for any better.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful that I can help out Pete. I've been mentoring you for some time now. You've seen you struggling a little bit, trying to help you.
That's the thing, that we invest in people that invest in themselves.
Absolutely.
You make one step, we make 10.
Yeah. 100%.
So well done, Pete. Absolute legend, rock star. Guys as well, I hope you've been inspired by this. I hope you've learned a lot. If you want to do deals like this, if you want to secure, even if you've got no money, like Pete had no money, if you've got the knowledge, if you invest a bit in yourself, you take action, you're prepared to put some sweat equity and work into it, guess what happens? People will invest in you. So hopefully I'll see you guys soon on the channel securing buildings as big as this and as profitable as this as well. If you enjoy the channel, hit like, drop a comment below, subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, you can check them out right here, and we'll see you next time.